Whenever cilantro is in season, fresh, bright green, and affordable, I usually buy more like this to use over time. But cilantro goes bad very quickly if it's not stored the right way. I've opened my fridge so many times only to find the leaves yellowed, the stems slimy, and ended up throwing the whole bunch away. After a lot of trial and error, I've narrowed it down to 4 simple storage methods that are easy to do and really practical in everyday cooking. Today, I'm sharing the exact steps I use at home so you can follow along and try them too. And the first method is one I've been using for many years. Whenever I buy cilantro, I usually use this method to keep it fresh longer without doing anything complicated. First, I remove any yellowed, wilted, or bruised leaves. I used to think leaving them wouldn't matter, but just a few damaged leaves can cause the whole bunch of cilantro to spoil very quickly. See? It only takes a few minutes, but the bunch already looks much fresher and greener. After trimming, I put a small spoonful of baking soda onto a piece of paper towel and wrap it neatly like this. Then I secure it with a rubber band so the baking soda doesn't spill out. I place this bundle in one corner of the food storage container to help absorb excess moisture and odors inside. Next, I line the bottom of the container with a thin layer of paper towel to absorb any remaining moisture from the cilantro, helping it stay fresh longer. If I have a large amount, I layer the cilantro with thin sheets of paper towel in between. This prevents the herbs from being compressed and keeps them dry at all times. That's it. The cilantro is neatly arranged like this. I seal the container tightly and place it in the refrigerator. Just a few simple steps, but the difference is remarkable. The herbs no longer wilt, turn slimy, or absorb unpleasant odors like before. I use this method for all kinds of herbs, such as scallions, parsley, or even lettuce. Every time I open the fridge, the herbs are dry, fresh, and vibrant. It's really satisfying to see. Since doing this, I no longer have to throw cilantro away. This method keeps it fresh and flavorful for about 7 to 10 days. A small, easy tip that makes kitchen prep much lighter, especially for those who like to buy cilantro and use it gradually throughout the week. And if you cook frequently and want herbs ready to use without spending much time on prep, this method is perfect for anyone who doesn't have much time to prepare ingredients in the kitchen. This is the cilantro I've already washed. I use paper towels to pat it completely dry and remove any excess water, because even a little moisture can cause the herbs to lose their aroma or spoil much faster than I expect. Once the cilantro is dry, I cut off the roots first. Most people usually throw this part away, but I don't. I keep it and use it later. It's actually very useful. I then chop the cilantro into small pieces, exactly the way I usually use it in everyday cooking. Preparing it this way ahead of time saves me effort later. I usually divide the cilantro into 2 portions, so it's more convenient to use gradually. For the first portion, I place it into a clean, completely dry glass jar. I gently press the cilantro down just enough to keep it tidy, making sure not to bruise it. I seal the lid tightly and place the jar in the freezer. At this temperature, the cilantro stays fresh and green, doesn't spoil quickly, and nothing goes to waste. When I need to cook, I simply scoop out a small amount and add it directly to stir fries or soups, no need to thaw. This method lets me keep the cilantro for about 2 to 3 months, while the aroma remains very fragrant. I also often use another method that's even more convenient for longer storage. With the remaining cilantro, I mix it with 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. This thin layer of oil acts like a natural protective coating, helping prevent the herbs from drying out in the freezer. After mixing, I spoon the cilantro into an ice cube tray, filling each compartment with just enough for one cooking portion. Then I place the tray in the freezer for 1 to 2 hours until the herbs are frozen solid. From then on, each use is quick and convenient, easy to control portions, and the aroma is preserved quite well. If stored properly, cilantro can be used for about 3 to 4 months while still retaining its aroma. This method is very convenient, but there's also another way where I don't need to chop the cilantro in advance and still have fresh herbs ready to use. I often choose this method because it's very quick to do, and the results always surprise me. I divide the herbs into small portions, just enough for each time I cook. Then I take a sheet of paper towel and wrap it around the cilantro like this, adjusting as I go, so the towel cilantro, the stems evenly, not too tight and not too loose. Once wrapped, I place them into a zip-top bag. I really like this method because the paper towel keeps the cilantro dry, while the zip bag helps prevent moisture loss without causing it to get soggy. I usually use this for fresh herbs. It's very convenient when you want to use them gradually over a few days. That's it. I gently press out excess air and seal the bag completely, then place it in the fridge. With this method, the cilantro stays green and retains its aroma for about 7 to 10 days. It's a simple tip. No containers or fancy tools needed, perfect when you buy herbs in whole bunches and want to use them little by little for daily meals. Besides the 3 simple and convenient tips above, there's one more thing I always do whenever cilantro becomes scarce or more expensive. This final tip is especially suitable for those who love having fresh, vibrant cilantro every day. This is the coriander root I saved. It may look small, but it's very resilient. I planted them in this small pot. Now, I'll fill it with just enough soil to keep it upright. I'll continue doing this until I've used up the rest of the roots. That's it. Very quick and easy, right? I watered it lightly, not too much, because coriander is a very good regenerative herb. As long as the roots are healthy and the soil is moist enough, it will grow on its own. Then, I place the coriander pot in a place with natural light, like a balcony, windowsill, or a sunny corner of the kitchen. After just a few days, I saw green sprouts emerging, which was very pleasing to the eye. Watching the coriander grow a little bigger each morning made me happy. When needed, I just cut off the upper leaves, leaving the roots so they can continue to grow. This way, I always have fresh coriander at home, which is convenient and economical. A small pot is enough, no need for a large garden. With proper care, you can harvest cilantro multiple times over several weeks, even months, and it will still be as fresh and fragrant as store-bought cilantro. So, I've just shared 4 ways to preserve cilantro that I regularly use in my kitchen. If you have cilantro at home, try these methods once, and you'll find them much more convenient. Actually, these methods aren't complicated at all. Just doing it right will keep the cilantro fresh for a long time. If you try them, remember to come back and share which method works best for your home. If you find this helpful, you can save it for your family or friends. Maybe they're also struggling with cilantro spoiling like I used to. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next kitchen tips.